Hi, my name's Tessa. I'm an acupuncturist from Penryn in Cornwall, and I've been trying to do some clips for home use to help see people who are trying to look after themselves and who are trying to care for others, to better equip you in understanding how you could possibly do that from Chinese medicine. Now, China have been treating COVID-19, and I saw a post today, and it was talking about what they had learned from it and what they would recommend, and it kind of struck something with me, and it reminded me that although I take some things for granted, having studied and Chinese medicine being a part of my life for 20 years, so nearly half of my life, so it really feels like it's part of me, and because of that I forget actually what is not everyday thinking, and what could possibly help you guys at home who haven't had the training and an experience with my medicine. So here you go. What can everyone do? Well, as best as possible to, at this stage, avoid the virus and to keep our distance away from one another in order to break the chain of people catching it, so that we give our hospitals a chance to keep up with who is actually going to need their help, so that we're not all going in at the same time. Now, many of us, I'm sure, won't need any help from hospitals, and will be okay at home, being cared for by one another, and if you're on your own, hopefully the local community. So what am I doing already? Well, I have in the back of my head that if you're exposed to the virus, this type of virus, is that you're going to get. So our immune systems within Chinese medicine can be strengthened, and within any medicine it can be strengthened. And quite often I can strengthen people's immune system, especially if they're vulnerable or have lower immunity, in order to really prevent them from catching kind of viruses and pathogens, and that's a really common practice within Chinese medicine to be able to do that. But with this virus, the likelihood is that whatever you do with your immune system, you are still going to have, you're still going to catch it, and so what's the point in strengthening the immune system? Well, the Chinese think that by strengthening the immune system, you're also strengthening other organ systems within the body. And the more that you can strengthen what is correct and what is upright and what is strong within the body, the more there is in your tank. There's more kind of constitutional strength, there's more kind of within your kind of battery energy to work with. So we know that young children seem to, on the whole, who are vulnerable, are having less symptoms, and we're noticing that older people who have less constitutional strength and who are maybe already ill are not faring as well. So we know that there's something to do with the fact that it has to do with how much you've got in your tank, how much is really strong and healthy and robust in your body. So what I have in the back of my mind already is to relax. To relax, not just because that's what we all need to do in order to really not feed fear and anxiety within our community, and to also boost our immune system, but because within relaxation you're able to build. And if you're not in a kind of relaxation mode or in your fight or flight mode, then your body it's not sustainable, and your body has no ability to really absorb nourishment. because your body's rejecting that, because it's thinking it needs to deal with something much more directly. So I would really encourage people to ground and to be in their bodies and to really spend much more time doing that and checking in with themselves, that they are centering themselves from lower in the body rather than in a fight or flight response up here. So I'm really noticing that within myself, and I kind of take that for granted when stress happens more, and the harder I have to work at keeping that centering, keeping that ground and keeping that sense of calm. And that's what I'm doing for my family too. So I really feel like I'm holding a lot of emotional space, and we're with each other a lot of the time because we're not seeing people. So I'm really aware that I'm teaching my children how to respond to stress. And I also am realising that they follow how I am. So if I can set the tone like a newborn baby, when you hold that newborn baby to your chest and it follows your rhythm and your temperature of your being, I'm really trying to do that for my children, and I really encourage you all to do that for yourselves or for others around you, because I think it's the most important thing.